Well, as I said at the top of the show, results in 2 Victorian by-elections are on a knife edge as Premier Jacinta Allen declared she's listening to Victorians despite a big swing away from her government in Werribee. Victorian political reporter Simon Love joins us live with more. Simon, the Liberals are set to claim a seat.
They are set to claim the seat of Prahran. They're not doing so just yet, waiting for a few more postals to come in. But there was a seesawing count in that inner southeastern seat last night, and the Greens it appears, will be handing that seat over to the Liberals. That is likely to be confirmed tomorrow morning when the VEC looks at those postal votes. But the big story certainly is about the swing away from the Allen Labor government in the seat of Werribee. This is heartland Labor territory, Andrew, and I've been speaking to some federal Labor sources just this morning who believe that this result and the primary result for Werribee, which has Labor's primary vote around 28%, it's catastrophic. One federal Labor source has described that to me. So this will send some interesting shockwaves through the Labor Party ahead of the federal election, and it might force them to redirect resources potentially into sandbagging some of these seats in Melbourne's west. We've seen the Prime Minister visit areas such as Maribyrnong and also Calwell. That's the seat held by held just in the north, to the northeast of Maribyrnong. But also interesting to see what happens in Brendan O'Connor's old seat as well, and also former Prime Minister Gillard's old seat of Lalor, which intersects with Werribee. Whether the translation of the swing away from a state sense translates to federal politics, we'll just have to wait and see. Last night, Jacinta Allen was trying to say that this result was too close to call, but she did acknowledge that she's listening to Victorians, and anyone that might think that these results might spell trouble for her leadership might have a look at those types of statements and see and hear that Jacinta Allen might be trying to strike a new type of approach in listening to Victorians and potentially detach herself from the legacy of Daniel Andrews, and that's certainly something that figures within Labor are trying to do. For the Liberal Party, though, they've still got challenges in the West, though, because a lot of their votes, their primary votes on preferences, while they came away from Labor, they weren't heading towards the Liberals. They were heading towards independent candidates. So if the Liberals want to pick up seats in the west of Melbourne, they'll need to throw a lot more resources in ahead of, say, the federal election or even the state election as well. So no doubt Brad Batten will be buoyed by the fact that they look set to claim the seat of Prahran, but it's still a knife edge in this seat of Werribee. I mean, sources pretty close to the Victorian Premier expect this might fall to the Liberals, but it's a white-knuckle ride, and results are extremely tight in that one, Andrew.
It will certainly be discussed during the sitting week in Parliament by MPs this week, that's for sure, Simon. Thanks very much.